Yep, hello there. I wanted to do a quick video on how I set up a CNC corner rounding event on my DolphinCAM. This here is a aluminum plate, 1/4 inch thick, that I'm going to actually cut out of the aluminum itself. There are a number of operations from milling to pocketing, but once a 1/4 end mill goes around and excises the part, I thought it'd be a nice touch to put a nice 1/16 corner round edge on the upper exterior. I did not know how to do that in DolphinCAM. Andre gave me part of the puzzle with some information from his post, and this will go through how to set up corner rounding automated in DolphinCAM on your CNC job. So here is a drawing that Andre sent me, essentially giving me some information on a post in CNC Zone about corner rounding. What we have here is the ID and the job that I set up for a 1/16 inch corner rounding end mill. It had a tip diameter of 0.18. It had a cut depth of 0.145 max. Now, those are values that I learned by experimenting. On the cut depth, I just took a block, went through, watched a couple of videos on corner rounding, and did arrive at my maximum depth from tool zero height when you set it up in the CNC for your automated tool heights for the offsets. So, in short, we have a cutter here, 0.18 diameter, cut depth 145, and now we'll take it to the next level and we'll go integrate this into a CNC job. Here is the corner rounding continued. Here is an actual test cut that I did to sort of run through and figure out how to set up for corner rounding, and there's also a video that follows that actually shows the machine running the program here. So this basically has a couple operations. We have basically a 1/4 inch end mill that's going to cut a slot 1/4 inch wide. It's going to go all the way through the material. Then we're going to take on tool 3, and tool 3 is our corner rounding end mill. It basically has a 0.18 diameter and a depth. Get the tool up here. So here you can see back on that last video of where I set up the max cut depth of 0.145. You'll see the diameter is now set as 1/2 of the tool diameter. And that is sort of my cheat or my workaround, because I did not know any other way to do this, but it worked for me. If someone has a better way, I'm all ears. But I basically set up my corner rounding tool as an end mill. I set the diameter times 0.5 to arrive at that value, and of course your standard cut depth. Now let's take a look at why that works. So what happens here is on the first operation, when I go ahead and I slot this, there is no offset. We know that the slot will arrive with the center of the bit being used. So right here. When I hit run, we know that the slot will go through the middle of this line. What I do next, if I take envelope here and do a run, is I actually do an offset left. So on the go around command here for the corner rounding, you can see my depth of contour here. Max depth of 0.145, I set it to 0.142 just to learn an experiment. But the reason you go diameter times 0.5 is because you're going to run it as an offset left operation. What that does is it allows you to take this part, and when I run it here, it lets you get the corner rounding tool where it needs to be in relationship to the drawing that Andre sent me to work like this, because I want that center line distance over. Right there, over is the 0.09. So that 0.09 is why I set that as the tool width with an offset left, and that gave me the corner rounding I needed. May not be right. Worked for me, came out fine, and we'll go from there. Alright, here's the completed part pulled off. This again was just a test cut. The full part will be cut out of a piece similar to this. That'll be the full 9 inches by 4. And you can see here that the corner rounding worked really well. The top and the depth was fine. On the inside edge, the 0.5 times diameter, looks like I went in a little too close. So I'll back that off. Instead of 0.9, I will make that 0.08, 3 or 4. So from 0.09 to 0.0845 maybe. And that'll take care of that. She came out really nice. I think that'll be a really nice finish for this once it's done.